Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and this is Iain Valliere 2020 and 2021. This is his Olympia, not his debut actually. A lot of people thought the 2020 was his debut. It was his second. He competed 2018, if I'm not mistaken, at that Olympia. But anyway, this is his second and third Olympia showing. And I would like to know, did he improve? After all, he placed 7th in 2020, and 2021 he placed, you guessed it, 7th. So did he have the exact same performance? Of course, the lineup was a little bit different. Different factors there. There was a Nick Walker involved. Hunter Labrada actually passed Iain, whereas 2020, Iain defeated Hunter. So a little bit of a future, I think, endeavor or a matchup between them two. A rivalry, rather. Anyway, guys, from 7th to 7th, did Iain Valliere improve? I would wager to say no, he did not. But that is the front lat spread, and I believe somebody was in his ear telling him how to hit this shot properly. See, he's doing a trick in 2020. He's putting his hands very close together. They're supposed to be on your hips, let's face it. But for the structure he has, the way that he is snapping this shot in 2020 is far superior. Far superior. I much prefer it. And I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Now here's the finals for both. And I believe he was slightly, I don't want to call him flat. I just think he was maybe drier. He dried out a little bit more drastically for the finals for 2020, and the judges like that. But let's not misconstrue this situation, guys. Iain Valliere, the man, the Canadian man, the tough man himself, he competed once, Tampa Pro, he won, competed at the Texas Pro. Shortly after, he won. He competed at the Arnold Classic. Shortly after, he placed second. And then right after that was the Olympia. You don't think he was a little worn out? I think he knew he was not going to win the Olympia. He figured, win as many competitions as I can, head into the Olympia, and maybe next year, show everybody, what Iain Valliere has to offer. But anyway, guys, side chest development, and right away, I can see that it is not going to be as drastic as the side or the front lat spread here in the side chest development. He is tilting way different. He's opened up way more 2020, obviously, but I like the 2021. It shows the actual thickness of the pecs, which he does look pretty good, guys. You have to admit. And as far as the wheels are concerned, he has dried out. He has dried out. Look at that. Of course, the display is showing the glutes and the hammies. This is the finals, though, of 2021. There was no pre-show. So bring a finals for 2020. And you see that? There is a little bit more glutes. So he was a slightly drier. But look, guys. Glute for glute. Hamstrings. Things of that nature. Hey. Front lat spread 2020 all the way. But as far as the side chest, I don't know, pretty close. Side tricep. Now I'm back to 2020. Look at the delts, the tricep, cut, peeled, very peeled. He's tilting his leg, I think, a little bit thoustly or veastly. He's moving his knee inward, creating some fine cuts and some size in that quad. But I mean, the guy has massive quads anyway. I think he improved his calves. What do you guys think? But either way, the tricep, the arm, 2020, more vascular, things of that nature. No finals, so let's have a look at the back. And this is where it counts. I gotta tell you guys, and I gotta tell you, Iain Valliere, your back, his back has improved, guys. Look. So if I was right about the conditioning, if he had much more pop, more wow, carved up better, he had more energy in 2020. So if he does that again with the carb up, things of that nature, with the improvements of the back, hamstrings are more peeled, He has more separation in the hamstrings. And the outer lats look like they're reaching out slightly further. What do you guys think? Have a look at the finals. And this is unfortunate. Had to use this picture here. Because the other ones, there was clouds rolling in, there was laser lights going off, and this is a bad representation of the lat spread that Iain was hitting at the Olympia. He needs to lean back more, in which case he did. But then that's when the clouds rolled in. You couldn't see. He's going tippy-toe here in 2021, you can see. More condition, but overall, obviously, 2020 is the better displayed bodybuilder. But guys, look at the hamstrings. Glutes, hard to tell. Lighting's a little bit better for 2020. But he has been working on that for sure. Let's go to the rear double bicep. And yes, the lighting's so much better for 2020, guys. You can see that. You can see that. And you can see the muscle separation in those hamstrings a little bit more. Bending at the knees slightly. So I made him a little bit shorter. I guess it's hard to size when he's not standing the same way, But you can clearly see, guys, there's quads popping out even from the rear shots, you can see. Now the back on this one, not as drastic as that rear lat spread, the very first one, of course. But anyway, go to the finals. Maybe it wasn't the picture. It seems for the finals, his back is not as big as it was for the pre-show 2021. Very interesting. Maybe he just didn't use the back machine. He used it for the pre-show. It all helps, guys. You pump up certain muscles. And if your muscles are sore from a previous workout, I think that would make them look flat. Wouldn't you guys suggest that? Anyway, for the finals, I would say the back looks a little fuller for 2020. But there's those hamstrings again. So kudos for the improvement on the hamstring development for Iain Valliere. Most muscular. And see, when you go to the front shots, I do believe it was a carb up thing, issue maybe. Or he was worn out from too many shows in a row. Just looks a little worn out. I mean, he does look jacked. Looks like a horse. Hostetler stud. Big Canadian Canuck. Chuck. But, I mean, you look at the quads, more separation, 2020. They look like they mean more business. His midsection looks to be a little bit fuller in 2021 as well. So, could be an issue there. Here's the final shot. Yeah, you can see his midsection does look slightly thicker, 2021. And his legs, slightly smaller. Hard to tell from the angle on this one, though. I mean, one wheel looks bigger than the other guy, and the same guy. Traps look bigger now, so kudos to Iain Valliere. No winner in this one, guys. What improvements did he make? Hamstrings, I think from behind, he looks more peeled. And the first shot of the rear lat spread, I mean, whatever he was doing and whatever he did for the finals, looked like his back was a little underwhelming in size. I just honestly think he competed a little bit too much heading into the Olympia. Maybe if he could qualify a little earlier or compete once heading into the Olympia, and that would probably be the best thing. Just compete once, and then your second time for the Olympia, come in jacked with those hamstrings. Anyway, guys, hit thumbs up on the video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel. Helps me greatly, and I appreciate all you guys watching and clicking and thumbs upping and all this and that and the other things of that nature. Have a great day.